movies. Here's our hostess, Jennifer Pearson.
Hi, and welcome. Last Monday night, right here at the Royal York's Canadian Ballroom, there was a fabulous party. The cause for the celebration was the 4th annual CFNY UKnow Awards. 900 people gathered together to honor the greats of the Canadian new music scene. Well, we had such a good time, we just couldn't resist bringing you the highlights of the festivities. The atmosphere is one of highly charged excitement. The UKnows are the People's Choice Awards. Gives the public a chance to make a statement on the future of Canada's music industry. CFNY distributes ballots so that their listeners can vote for their favorite local homegrown talent, newcomer and established artists alike. We asked the people why the UKnows were important to them.
Because they're all Canadian, and I'm very proud of the Canadian groups. I think they're the best.
For CFNY to have something like this is great, and everybody can express how they feel about the music they like, and it's great.
Music itself is just, this is a good year for it. I think it's really good.
Just being here is fun because I came here to learn a little bit more about the Canadian music scene, and purely by coincidence lucked in to this thing this evening. So by asking a few questions, I should be able to know a little bit more about things.
Where are you from?
I'm from a record company called Chrysalis in London, England.
And are you looking to pick up some new artists?
Well, we are interested, yes. We feel that it's about time that Canadian music had maybe a bit of a fairer say in the rest of the world.
The main attractions at the awards had to be Jim Carrey and his zany impressions. Here's Lou Rawls and the Pips.
You live, someone love you the way I do. You're gonna miss my loving. You're gonna miss my. You're gonna miss my loving. You're gonna miss my loving.
It seems there's nobody this young superstar can't do an impression of.
Miss Billie Holiday. Wrong side.
Jim says he'll never give up his impressions, but lately he's been working on new challenges. Now you are working as an actor right now down in LA for Duck Factory.
Mm-hmm.
There's no impressionist in that character at all.
No.
Tell me about this guy.
Well, basically he's very green behind the ears and very well-adjusted human being and bad casting. And he comes from Duluth, Minnesota. He's a did I say soda or soda?
You said soda.
Did I?
Yes.
Okay.
You want to say soda? You want
No,
to say
I want to say
soda?
both. Well, I got them both in anyway.
Who was ever listening from Minnesota?
Minnesota, yeah. He comes from there, and he's a cartoonist. He's always wanted to work at the Duck Factory. The Duck Factory is a place where they make the Dippy Duck cartoon show. Hold on. Check. I just happen to have a picture of the duck.
There is the Dippy Duck. This is from the Duck Factory. MTM Productions. Is there a pretty special feeling working for MTM? They produce some pretty incredible stuff, really valid stuff.
Yeah, it is a really nice feeling. It's a feeling of confidence and there's no insecurity there. And it's a wonderful feeling because Alan Burns, who's the executive producer, he's such a nice guy, and all the writers are great guys. Whenever they come down to the set, usually when a producer comes down to the set, everybody's like, oh, better perform, you know. But it's a really nice mood he sets on the set, and when he comes down, it's just like family.
Jim, I read somewhere that you were actually surprised. You felt people came to your gigs and they liked you because they liked your impressions, but you were very surprised to find out they actually liked you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I find that very hard to believe. You're such a likable guy.
I'm not a guy, I'm a Muppet.
Okay.
No,
I mean, is that true?
Yeah. Well, that's what I've been told anyway. And that's what I like when I see myself. Yeah, I love the stuff that I do in between impressions just as much as the impressions. Is just fooling around and being me is really enjoyable to me. because you know, it's I don't know, even in the impressions, a lot of me comes through. I mean, you know, they're not exact impressions that are dead on or anything like that. It's the fact that I take them and I blow them out of proportion and I put some of myself into them, you know, my thoughts and stuff. So it's not just doing verbatim exactly what those people are.
Oh, everything is touched with Jim Carrey. There's no doubt about that.
I hope so.
What made you come back to Toronto to host the UKnow Awards? What made you accept their offer?
Well, I was interested in it because actually the first time I was ever on radio doing any kind of an act was on CFNY. And that was up in Barrie at Tickle's Comedy Club in Barrie years ago. And it was the Comedy Bowl with Ted Walshin. And that was the first time I was ever really on radio. So I sort of, yeah, there's a closeness to that. And I've done the Pete and Pete show a lot of times and stuff. So it was kind of neat to be able to come back and do it.